It's coming. One of two things is going to happen in America real soon.
Health insurance just went from $1,150 a month for my wife and 18-month-old son and myself to $2,100 a month for my small family.
I seriously cannot believe how expensive everything is right now, and the quality is getting pretty bad.
Some of my friends that graduated last year still don't have a job, so that means the people that are graduating this year are even more screwed. What is going on?
25 years. I worked for the company for 25 years, and they let me go at the age of 60. 60, nobody wants to hire anybody when they're 60.
You got to put this argument to bed once and for all. If a boomer was 30 years old in 1990 versus a 30-year-old millennial in 2025, did the boomer actually have it easier?
We are experiencing the health insurance crisis as a family. $1,000 a month for a single income family.
People have no money, and the banks have no money. This is about to get really scary.
If you look at McDonald's, for example, they made over $8 billion in profits last year. They could literally pay every worker up to 70 grand a year, and their CEO would still be a multi-millionaire.
Like 6 figures now in this economy is like, I don't know, 30 grand back then or less.
People are losing hope and they feel like there's no point.
Have not gotten. I'm so confused. I do not understand it.
Life in America feels worse for millions of people in 2025 for several different reasons.
That's crazy.
First of all, daily life just feels exhausting. People are working endlessly to make ends meet, and they're not even making ends meet. Households have to have 2 incomes to be able to pay the bills.
I seriously cannot believe how expensive everything is right now, and the quality is getting pretty bad. Everything that I bought for Christmas this year is more expensive than it was last year.
Okay, talking about Christmas, actually what I've seen in so many families, I don't know about you guys, anytime you buy those decorations, save them for later. I don't know, you guys are so rich, you guys just buy it and not save them. I mean, if they're light, they'll be, you know.
I started to realize when my home insurance and my car insurance and now my healthcare has gone up. But now it's also my pasta that I eat twice a week, and my coffee and my yogurt and my favorite bread. There's seriously nothing I can think of that has not gone up in price. My favorite breakfast place that I went to this morning with my family, that's gone up 20% this year. And I went to get bagels earlier in the week, they're up. I feel like we are getting hit at every level. What have you noticed
$5
has gone up that like you can't live without, like you use every day? Because I feel like things are just getting more and more expensive, and some of it is because of the tariffs and some of it is because of corporate greed. But they're squeezing us at everything.
Man, I don't think that it's tariffs. I think it's everywhere. I don't know if you watch, I don't know if you have friends everywhere in the world, but I'm blessed enough to have connections pretty much everywhere. In China, most of my friends are in Asia and China. I had one of my brother-in-law in Japan. Well, in Japan they're pretty good, but in China, in Johannesburg, South Africa, where Europe, London, crazy, Brazil. Well, those are just to tell you that everywhere it's like going crazy right now. But the least expected country was the United States. Why? We have billions of dollars that we give away. We have billions of dollars that we give away to populations such as Somalis and all that stuff. So we expect something in return as taxpayers. But if our day-to-day life is being scrutinized, I don't think that that's a good deal. And then we need to talk about it. And when you guys stand here and just say the fact, but not actually, I mean, I will be honest with you guys. My day-to-day life, it's not as it was back before 2020. 2019, it started getting a little bit expensive in Boston and all that stuff, but not quite much like now. My life is crazy. I literally can't afford anything. The rest of us who like to eat healthy and all that stuff, man, it's even crazier. The life insurance and all that stuff, bro, I don't know. I have expensive cameras, I have expensive gears to my company. I don't even know what to do.
Okay, I need to know if we're alone in this. I am pretty desperate for some feedback. We are experiencing the health insurance crisis as a family. So as everybody knows, the open enrollment just ended, or is ending like today or something. Our insurance for a small family of 3, a very low insurance plan as well, at marketplace pricing, qualifying for a subsidy is going from, it was $170 a month, which I'm very thankful that was so low. I'm aware of that was low. It is jumping to $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month for a single income family.
Actually, that's the lowest.
We are self-employed. My husband owns his own business. And I, for the most part, stay at home with my son because childcare in Charleston, South Carolina is outrageous. And our insurance is going to be $1,000 a month. And we have another baby on the way. So I don't even want to know what it's going to be once we add him to the insurance plan. So I need to know, like, are we just doing this? Like, lots of tears have been shed. This is marketplace pricing. Qualifying for a subsidy, $1,000 a month. Are we just like saying okay and thing?
First off, congratulations for the baby who's coming. Let me know if it's a girl or boy. I might have a gift for them. If it's a boy, hey, they need to join me, okay? We need to be YouTubers. So I have 2 cameras here that I'm giving away, by the way. I will probably announce it on my Instagram. So I have 2 cameras here that I'm giving away. This is a ZV-E10 and this one is a 6500 4K with the lens on, and I have multiple cameras as well that I will be giving away throughout the year. But yeah, personally for you, if it's a boy, hey, come on now, boy team. Alright, I don't know, man. I don't care about if it's a boy or girl, but if it's blue, we got it. Alright, guys, so let me talk about $1,000 for 3 people. I think that's not bad, actually. You know, I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I keep on repeating that. There's things that I already out, like car insurance is one of the craziest in Jacksonville. Up north, it was even way better. I was paying less than $800. Maybe if you pay 6 months, the whole contract, you pay $600 something for 6 months. Here, I moved here with my truck TRD off-road. It was a Tacoma TRD for 2022 with less than 20,000 miles. Bro, I think they changed because I had 1 ticket. I never had a ticket before. The only time that I had a ticket because I got my truck, I lifted it, and everything was so perfect. I had my first ticket because I was speeding. That's my only time I got a ticket, and that ticket was in August 2024. 2024, yeah, August. And when I was moving down here, my insurance went from $628 for 6 months to $600 for 1 month. I'm like, do I need to shop around or what? I tried to shop around. Maybe the minimum was $400. I'm like, I'm done. Let me just sell the car, bro. I sold the car. The value was great and everything. So I bought another car, bro. This is crazy.
Like, we just signed off on it last night because baby's due in January, so like I need insurance. But I'm literally sick to my stomach. We've cried. I've cried. I'm so sorry for all the families that are going through this as well. And I know that there are bigger issues in the world. I do know that. But like, I don't even know. I don't know.
You know, guys, I keep coming back to this same idea because it's the truth. If a business can't afford to pay its workers a livable wage, then it shouldn't be in business at all. Because what that really means is the only way that that company survives is by exploiting people. And if you're doing...
as a business owner, I think, okay, I have a 2-take. I'm also, as a business owner and as an employee somewhere else, I love corporate somewhere. Well, you guys know already, I guess. I sell cars at a big corporation, but the thing is, bro, if you don't like the job, you need to get out. I mean, you need to find another job. I mean, this is as an owner, bro. you need to find another job. Okay, that's your responsibility. If you notice that they don't pay you well, get out. But I also understand. Now, let me listen to you.
While your employees are struggling just to eat, that's not success. That's extraction. People love to say, well, that's just how capitalism works. You know, like that's supposed to excuse it. But no, that's how unchecked greed works. The whole foundation of a business should be sustainability for everyone involved, not just the people at the top.
Okay, now let's go back to my old self, or my other side of myself, socialism, right? Yes, everybody needs to be well taken care of, you know, a great environment for workers and all that stuff, and minimum wage. Reason why we see unions here going around and making sure, you know, workers are paid well and all that stuff. But I think it's still the responsibility of you as a worker, you know what I mean, to make sure you are the slippery slope. But I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Am I tripping? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. But I also agree, if it's nationwide and we're experiencing the same thing, then that's a problem. But if it's a specific company, you know that you can actually transit to another company, that's a huge problem.
You look at McDonald's, for example. They made over $8 billion in profits last year. They could literally pay every worker up to 70 grand a year, and their CEO would still be a multi-millionaire.
Okay.
Same with Amazon. They make...
Okay, stop. If the governors, okay, or the federal said the minimum wage in this country is $15. Let's say $15. I think it's $8 or something. $15, $12. And my company, by miracle, by product and everything, what's going on during that year, I made over $50 million. That's like the minimum, okay, for a small company. $50 million. So you want to tell me the revenue and the benefit, because it's higher, it means I need to pay? I mean, do you understand what goes behind it, or is it a joke? I mean, I need to understand. I mean, I really need to understand where people are coming from when they say things like this. It sounds great. It sounds perfect. Yes, socialism, everybody need to, you know. What about thinking about the state that you are living? Why are they taking more taxes? That's where I should focus on. Okay. Oh, okay. They're paying me. Why I have more taxes taken away from me? When you start debunking and actually breaking down things like that, you start understanding that, oh, okay, so it's not only him, but let me attack also somebody else, because those people, they are connected to the government. These owners, billionaires, they're connected to they are the one actually that makes this thing going on. They're connected. So you attacking the federal makes sense, because if you attack them, there's nothing that will be done. And actually, if you attack the federal, even the federal, sometimes they are backing up these billionaires. So what are we doing?
Of billions in revenue, and could pay every U.S. employee a real livable wage without Jeff Bezos ever needing to worry about money again. So it's not that they can't do it, it's that they won't. And when someone brings that up, the response is always from people making $40,000 a year saying, well, flipping burgers doesn't deserve 70 grand. But think about how messed up that is. Because the problem isn't that fast food workers would make too much then. The problem it would still be that so many other jobs pay too little. Teachers, nurses, delivery drivers, service workers.
Those are the jobs that I will fight for. You know what I mean? The jobs like such as education. Today, what about all these billions going to Somali? What about those? You know what I mean? We need to sometimes we need to go back and think actually what makes sense. So for me, I will think again and say, okay, where is my money going? Who's supposed to be paid well? Teachers, 100%. Well, first off, education. Education is very, very, very important. If you are focusing on education, it means you are looking forward in the future. Our kid, the kid of our kid, that's where we're supposed to focus on. And if those are actually, we are having a good education and everything, then we can think about other things. The militaries, people, all elderlies and all the stuff, veterans and all, in order, because you still young, you look strong. I mean, you can work, you can change the job, you can go. I can tell he's working in construction, or I don't know, something related to that. Go and look a job in other stuff, man. Like, stop complaining, bro. Nothing will be done after doing a TikTok. That's what I'm saying. It's either create an actual platform like me. I noticed that there is something wrong in the society. I noticed that my neighbors, even myself, I started living a life that don't make sense. Where is my money going? But at the same time, I see Somalians driving beautiful cars, beautiful things that just got here. So I'm questioning, how can I do this? Where can I gather people so we can talk about it? Reason I'm creating this platform. So if you really want answers and you really want to create a position, so position yourself as someone who is seeking answers, build something like this, because this one video won't change anything. If all of us start making video complaining, it's not gonna make sense. But if all of us start doing videos looking for answers, that will make sense. I'm not happy that my brother and my sister there are suffering and they can't afford anything, or the job laid off everywhere, AI taking position. It's not fun. But at the same time, as a business owner, I'm like, oh man, I don't need an editor, man. I need to do everything by myself here. Everything, Now for me to do thumbnails, I will show you guys here. I don't need anybody to do thumbnails for me no more. Like in myself, I do graphic design, but now I don't even need to use apps anymore. It's click of a button. Look at that. Prompt and you got it. Prompt and you got it in a second. So I don't know, you know what I mean? For me to hire someone to do this, to do a high quality thumbnail like this, it's minimum from my other people that I was working with $40, because the time required that you need to send them and communication and all that stuff, but it's in a second. But how many dollars? I pay $30 for this a month. So, you know what I mean? And I will produce so many thumbnails. I don't know. Like, these Americans can make me think a little bit in a different way, and I start losing myself or not. I don't know. But I'm thinking to save money and at the same time to produce more. So that's what we're thinking. But they need to be a balance. Maybe that's what I need also in my brain.
All of them hold society together, and some of them still can't afford rent or food. That's not some natural economic law. That's a choice that people in power made. We have been conditioned for decades to believe that low-skilled jobs don't deserve a livable income. But who decided that? Because the second those workers don't show up, everything stops. You notice real quick how essential they are when your food doesn't get cooked, your packages don't get delivered, or your kids, their kids' school can't find staff. The truth is, if a company can't afford to pay its people enough to survive, it's not a viable business, it's just a parasite. And we as taxpayers end up covering the difference through government aid, while executives brag about record profits to our faces. And see, that's the part nobody wants to admit. Our system literally rewards exploitation. And I'm not anti-business, I'm anti-greed. I'm anti the idea that the CEO deserves $200 million while the people keeping the lights on can't even afford groceries or rent.
Okay, whose fault is that? Is it the CEO or the actual, the governors or whatever that is into the position to plead for those workers? If they are quiet, then that's the problem. Honestly, I give so much applause to Tim Walz, although I'm against a lot of things that he's doing, but come on now. He's fighting for the people, and the people applause. The people from Minnesota loved what he's doing. He's standing on business against Trump. That's if stealing or not, but he's standing on business. So if we have people like that, personally, in the state of Florida. For me, I applaud the DeSantis. He's doing a great job for me. I don't know about you, but hey, we have different views. But for me, at least 80% of the time, he's doing a great job. Okay, I still live here. It's way better than most places, the weather and all people and all that stuff, so it's great.
Fair wage doesn't just feed families, it strengthens communities, it lowers crime, and boosts the entire economy. So yeah, if your business model depends on people being broke, then maybe your business doesn't deserve to exist, because profit shouldn't come from suffering and decency shouldn't be up for debate.
Health insurance just went from $1,150 a month for my wife and 18-month-old son and myself to $2,100 a month for my small family. That is an extra $1,000 a month, $600 a week I have to pay. That's covering nothing. After that, it's 50% ER visits, co-pays, pharmaceutical costs. This is absolute insanity, and the system is beyond repair. And there is a bill that Senator Bernie Sanders has right there for us called Universal Health Care. It's a 4-year plan which will slowly lower the age of Medicare until everyone's covered. Our tax dollars can fund a better system than we have now. You think the government doesn't work efficiently? Well, let me tell you something. Private insurance companies making billions of dollars, they don't have our best interest. The healthy people are going to decide not to get health insurance. They're going to say, well, I'll just put that 30 grand into the stock market and hope I don't slip on ice, which means the people that need the health care are going to max out the system, which is going to make it more expensive until it eventually doesn't work for anybody.
So I just click.
Okay, wow. I think I need to do another video because this is crazy. This started getting deeper. So I'm going to separate what I said about the workers and the health insurance. So we need to get deep into the health insurance. So follow me on the next video and we're going to talk about it. But just in closing, let me know your thought, really, about the guy, about the jobs and everything. I feel like it's when you're in a position as a business owner, you start thinking differently. You don't think as a worker anymore, but you think as owner. So there's some stuff that you want to pull away from, you want to cover yourself. And that's why I feel like myself, I'm battling with right now. The things that I agree as a worker. Hey, I don't want this. I don't want this. I prefer to be this. I want to be paid like this. But as a business owner, you want to make a profit at the same time. But at the same time, you want to make your workers to have all the benefit possible and the best you can, health insurance and all that stuff. But man, it's challenging. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you subscribe and like the video so we can help the algorithm to send this video to recommend it to more people, and that would be dope. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Eloheise Network, shining bright Jackson.